Okay, immediately, this is bad. If you watch me, which I know you do, Pichu, you should know better, man. Don't sit here and be ready to leash at 30 seconds. The game has started. All right? You're not waiting for the camps to spawn. The game has started. Go here, go here. Get some vision out. Be aggressive, be proactive. You know, you guys have no vision. You're sitting at your turrets and you're sitting waiting to leash. Don't do that. You could be they could be invading down here and catch you off guard. Set up aggressive wards here and sit in this bush. You guys have no vision over here. So that's bad. You should be proactive in warding defensively. Even if you're not going to invade, make sure you're not getting invaded. What's up, Xers? Okay, waiting around a leash. Pretty standard. This is bad. If this was my ADC and he's going up the face check while you guys have had no wards over here for 45 seconds, I would be pinging him like mad. ADC is your little baby, man. He's your little brother. Don't let him face check a bush. Ping him off. Take care of him.
What level is it? What you love?
Platinum.
Surrender is likely with high pressure systems all over the map. And this harass is gonna continue on into the evening. Surrender is likely with high.
Could have done an auto or two more for, but it's fine. Okay, Jin is shoving the lane, and they did the Gromp. So they're gonna hit level 2, and the wave's gonna be pushing to them. That's pretty bad. If you get to lane and they're not immediately there, assume that they're doing Gromp or giving a really heavy leash on blue. But they did Gromp, so Bard now has a huge advantage on you. And you guys pushed the lane to them. This is a perfect lane for them. If you get to lane and your lane opponents aren't there, don't push it. Just wait. See what's up. Because if they did do Gromp, that first wave, even if you kill it before they get there, that's not going to give you level 2. Late shield. Just be ready. You really only have one thing to be focusing on at this point, especially because you're only level 1. You should be waiting for... Oh, shit. Wow, this is a really, like, clunky client. Sorry, we're gonna watch it from here. It doesn't actually put it to where you set it. It's like such an awkward timer. Okay. But like I said, you have one responsibility right now. Don't put this shield on yourself right here, by the way. Especially because you see Bard and Lucian are still targeting Jhin. I know you want the extra AD to poke him with, but his health bar is your first priority. See, you didn't even use the shield there. They weren't focusing you. Take care of your little brother, man. Also, don't use your tornado as harass. Never use your tornado as harass. You don't know, especially you don't know where the jungler's at. The jungler's right here. You're dead. You've got no disengage left. The only way that you should be harassing with Janna are your other two skills. Put the shield on yourself. If you're going in for pokes, poke them down and use your W, but don't use your Q to harass. Unless it's setting it up for like some serious compound or follow-up, you shouldn't be using it to harass. Using it alone is really bad to harass with. Yeah, there you are doing it again. Top traded a kill on their own gank. So their jungler showed its face. Kind of a weird movement there. Putting yourself back here, even though they weren't being aggressive on your ADC. I know you're still being wary of Shaco, but like, just walking back up there is kind of weird. It's awkward movement. Pretty standard laning. No one's really aggressing, which is fine. Both of these lanes scale roughly equally as well. Yeah, just like I said, don't be doing that. Not worth it. Okay, well this is good. You're reacting to the jungler, even though Elise happened to have it wrapped up by the time you were able to react. You were there to react, which is good. Good eye. More Q harass. Alright, so Elise is now a kill and a level up on their Shaco, and she's taken it upon herself to counter jungle him. When I do that, as long as your Jhin isn't below like 50% health, I would be standing more near the bush and ready to respond to her. Like, you seem very focused on laning when that's not necessarily your only responsibility at this point. Elise could like fuck up and get caught by Shaco, who has Ignite on her. So just be ready. Play more towards the river when she's doing that. Be ready to respond to her in their jungle just like you were ready to respond in their jungle. The exhaust came out way too late there. Way too late. Respond to their exhaust almost immediately. He got chunked really hard. The Bard Q and the Lucian double auto passive had already came out. I mean, you exhausted him for a single auto. It just came out too late. It's fine. Alright, so top's going pretty well. Getting a lot of jungler focus, but it's going well. This is an acceptable use of your Q. Alright, here, freeze the lane. They're not even like making you go back. They've already gone, they're shopping. Just keep shielding yourself and keep the lane frozen there. You want to buy as much time and have as few of these minions die for your ADC. So just stand there, wait for your lane to catch up to here, and keep the lane frozen out here. Unless Bard and Lucian are pressuring you and making you back up so the lane reaches the turret, just keep it frozen there. Don't steal a... Well, I mean, they're getting last hit, so that's fine. But yeah, the Q was fine since it didn't kill any minions, but just shield yourself and let the lane reset right here. Also, since it's solo queue, me personally, I would be typing something like, "Be back soon, don't die, I love you," ADC.
You will learn what beauty truly is.
Alright, first buy. You got Sightstone. Strong first buy. Okay, solid. Got a Sightstone. And a pink, since the enemy jungler's a Shaco. All right, right here, I hope there's no way for me to prove that you didn't note it, but I hope that you would have noted that your ADC got a BF sword and their ADC got a BF sword and a long sword, and you should be playing accordingly. Lucian's a little bit stronger at this moment. Also, remember that you guys used your exhaust at pretty much the same time. So know that Bard's exhaust is coming up. Use your summoners to time their summoners. Okay.
Alexis.
Alright, so more juggler focus up top. Hoping Lissandra can turn that into something. Just laning. Laning is normal. This is fine. Shaco has been suspiciously absent off the map, though. There he is. You just spotted him in the river. See? Right there. You used your Q to harass Bard, and Lucian immediately took it upon himself to get off his full combo on Jhin. That's one of many reasons you shouldn't be harassing with Q. Because Janna is probably the best disengaged. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have that donation thing over the scoreboard. Janna is probably the best disengaged champion in the game. But that's what you should be doing. That's her trick. That's where she excels. She disengages. Yeah, more Q harass. Knock that off. See? He did it again right there. The exhaust came out. You did follow up with exhaust pretty much better than the last time. But it looks like, oh wow. Okay, interesting turn. Bard took a lot of focus there. Happened to turn out in your favor, but I'm telling you, the Q harass is bad.
He's tornado, right?
Yep. Alright, Elise is dicking on the jungle and mid lane. Jungler calls for a dragon. Okay, this is a small thing, but put the pink right here. Because if you put it here, it can't see the wards out here. Putting it right, like 1 inch into the pit and centered, gets you the most bang for your buck. You can see inside the pit and you can see outside the pit. You called for that dragon. Alright, bonus points. At least wanted the bag. All right, I believe you, man. It's a good call.
That was funny.
Okay, this is risky. You're walking back into lane with a full health. You guys are wore down by the dragon. Bard is fresh off the block, probably about right here. He's about to return to lane if he's not chime hunting. You guys are looking to lane some more, though. Okay.
Through my work, you
Yeah, this was... You guys should have backed right after the dragon. Because by walking back into lane, neither one of you are fresh. Lucian was full HP, basically. And Bard is fresh off of a new buy. Yeah, by backing immediately after the dragon, you guys could have been like to here by now. So you'd be getting to the lane right when the wave hit. You guys wouldn't be losing any CS. Instead, you guys came back to lane, like sort of pushed one wave, and are now caught in this unfavorable team fight. That you guys are both going to die if you don't blow your flash. Yeah. It's hard to predict. I understand in team fights and skirmishes like this. Wait, is this before? This is after. God, this timer is like not accurate. Watch, I'll click somewhere and it'll go somewhere else. Spoilers, Lysandra comes bot. Alright, we're gonna watch from right after the dragon. Are we reviewing a game? Yeah. Okay, right here is where you should be backing. And I thought you were about to do it, because you guys both stacked on this bush. Maybe waiting for him to overextend, but right there is where you guys should have been backing. You guys get too greedy here. Don't back in the middle of the lane. I know it's not you. I know you're not playing this champ, but man, seeing that really not good. Also, you queued the bard who had already used his whole kit basically. He'd already stunned him. You should have tried to queue the Lucian, especially because he'd already used his dash. Teleport's coming in. All right. There was a small opportunity. There's a small window of opportunity here where you could have waited for him to ult and then flashed. Unfortunately, you flashed first and he ulted, so he picked up the kill. And also, you flashed in a straight line, which is usually not good. Flash at an angle next time. Team came up and swept him. It was a 2 for 2, but you still have to understand that that was not good for you. You guys got soloed when you should have been backed, and your team used a summoner spell, teleport, and had to bring your whole team down to just to go even there.
And your Jin's an idiot.
Yeah. So you do need to understand that that was not good for you. That was not even for you. That was bad for you. Yasuo gets the free push top, which was a winning lane. Your jungler had to respond and waste time. I don't even think she might have gotten an assist, but alright, so you guys are walking back to lane. Your spirit's a little battered at this point. Alright, roaming. Roaming as Janna. I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because I roam almost no matter the circumstances. But you have to understand that I do take a lot of things into consideration. And roaming against a Lucian Bard lane with an immobile ADC, you have to understand that Bard can ult him from anywhere in the lane. And he's caught, and just like that, your ADC's dead. So this is a questionable roam. Really, really questionable roam. You're not really accomplishing anything here. You cannot 1v1 Bard. Don't do this. Bard is one of the more damage-heavy AP pokey supports. Yeah, see, I mean, look what he's done to you in this short amount of time. If he wants that pink ward and you're alone, just give it to him. Okay. Ult came down on your ADC. Should have ulted there. The moment the moment you realize that it's 1v2, just ult and walk away. Janna's got essentially what I call a get out of jail free card as an ult. Should have just used it. Used it, walk away.
Pichu, that's actually kind of funny. Come out his realm.
I got the word though.
I'm fucking hungry.
I'm gonna order pizza tonight.
Are you? I'm gonna order something. What do you?
I've got that coupon.
Oh, you have a
You
coupon?
just want some of mine?
You want to split somehow? Let me cash.
We can split delivery fee. That's all I have to pay for. Okay.
Baby, I have caps. We're good.
So
Swag, dude!
Elise comes down, picks up Bard.
Here, I'm gonna bring her here out here.
Everyone is watching.
Alright, this Q, don't do this. Especially because you're lacking vision here and here. You want to keep that for a disengage.
You will learn.
Jungler's on the map, but even still, you probably shouldn't be doing that. Alright, this is a use. Dragon's not up for 2 minutes. You have vision of the river, and Shaco is just seen top. You don't want to ward that yet. That's a wasted pink. Can we turn that off till after?
Was it too loud?
Yeah.
Mer.
Motherfucker. Could you guys hear me? Fuck, dude. My camera froze. I don't know if my mic froze. Pretty much all that I said, but I was just watching you guys clear the turret, and I said that this is a wasted ward because Shaco was up top. You already have river vision, and Dragon's not for, at the time, 1 minute and 54 seconds. So that was a wasted pink ward.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, just holding on to your turret. Corky with the Valkyrie dive in. That was not good. I think that one speaks for itself. That was really bad. That was an aggressive flash ult by Corky, or onto Corky, who wouldn't have even had aggro, even if you did ult him into the turret. That was bad. I think we need to watch that again. Okay. Yeah. I think at that point you save everything. You don't even use your ult here. I mean, you're getting four-man dove. Even if you ult yourself and buy yourself, 3 to 4 seconds more. Lissandra does not have teleport up. Your mid laner's in lane, and your jungler is over there. You guys are both dead. Just hold on to everything. And especially don't aggro flash like that. There's no way you're gonna kill him. Like 0% chance. Just hold on to everything. Save it for the next team fight. Sometimes you can't help it. You get 4-man dove, you get 4-man dove. You just hope that your team's pressuring elsewhere, which they are.
This is a loss, right?
Spoilers, bro.
You already said it on stream.
Yeah, it's a loss. Bot is getting bulldozed. Excuse me. This is fine. Don't line up for a Bard Q. Stagger yourselves. If you're gonna continue chasing this, it's like 80% of the time, it's not a good choice to chase a Bard. He's just one of those champions that he can turn and kite you around and stun you and tunnel away. Firstly, never follow the Bard tunnel. But also, if you are going to chase on foot, don't line yourself up like this. Because, I mean, just like that, it can turn it. Lissandra has still not TP'd in. There's the TP. They swept. Swept Elise engine. Sandra is dead set on this, though. Okay. She flashes in while exhausted. That's bad, but I'm not here to critique her. I'm here to critique you.
Ooh, okay.
These aggro flashes, man. Yeah, she barely walked away with the kill on that. You should have just stayed with her. You're the support. You're not there to make the calls usually. You're there to support your team's decisions, especially as a passive support like Janna. She's lucky she walked away with the board. You should have just stayed with her, kept giving her shields and AD. Yeah, like I said, don't put it here. If you had put it right there, you would have seen the Shaco much sooner. Put it right here in the center. Put it like 1 inch into the pit. You see the whole pit and you see out here. Okay. Got tier 1 bot.
Could probably turn on Shaco though.
No, there's no damage there.
I mean, when Elise was there after they got done with the dragon. I'm a bronze, okay?
Yeah, you should have been transitioning over to mid because that's the next obvious target. Top's pushing and you guys have no vision over here, so you can assume that they're all congregating towards mid. Bad time to go back and buy, honestly. Also, this is up to personal preference, but I do Swifties on Janna, especially against the Bard who has a built-in slow with his Q. You're taking a lot of risk and a lot of damage just to get that Q. I mean, just to get that pink. Nobody's answering top so far. Yasuo is seemingly backing. Okay, Orianna should be popping the ult right there. She just had 3 carries on top of it. Spooky Ghost, bad Spooky Ghost. Nothing was going on. You weren't using it to engage or disengage. Kind of just seemed like you popped it out of boredom there. Yasuo soloed Lissandra. Okay, little trigger happy on the ult there. At this point in the game, Shaco cannot one-shot Yasuo. They don't have to, he's not a Rengar. He's not going to make your ADC absolutely disappear, especially between your 2 turrets and next to your, I rewinded it just for clarity. I wanted to see the Shaco assassination attempt again. Yeah, this upcoming ult that you do is too trigger happy. You did it too soon. I understand it was probably your E is not up because you just used it on Orianna. But he's got the Orianna shield and he didn't even get anything off. It was just too soon. Stacking for the Bard ult. Okay, you guys all live. Just caught a vision of Shaco over here. You're backing again when you can't be having that much gold because you just backed. I would be near, especially because you know Shaco's on this side of the map and your ADC is farming with no turret. I would be near your ADC right now, not going back to buy. You should definitely be with Jin. Yep, see, there he goes. Close. Or as they say, not even close. Yeah, you should have been with him for sure.
Good call. Look at that.
Alright, yep. Careful warding at this point of the game. The carries are very strong, and you're alone. Yep. Too far out. Too risky of warding. Wait for someone to be your bodyguard with you when you ward like that, this late into the game. Looks like you're rushing Locket when they actually have a ton of AD. Really, their only source of pure AP is Bard. The null mantle is a little, or null magic mantle is a little iffy of a buy there. I'd be looking at something more armor oriented. Yeah, you shouldn't be helping Elise. Elise can handle herself against Shaco. You should be with the rest of your team. Elise even has a level on Shaco. She was totally fine. Okay, nice, nice. Walking pretty close to the carries there. Dangerously close. You could have been bursted. Okay, you could have saved. You're not ulting. Should have ulted at any point during that. Oh, tragic. Tragic. Yeah, as soon as the fight started to go sour, just pull the trigger. Get him out of jail with your ult. Wow, that Shaco has balls of steel. Jin should be ulting him, honestly. He could have picked him up pretty easily. I just tried to ping him. Awkward. Okay, so you guys should be looks like you're grouping for the next dragon, which is good. That's honestly the one advantage you guys should be clinging to. The fact that you guys have two dragons on them. Lucian's bot, be looking for a fight mid here. But yeah, Bard's pretty out of position. You guys are good to capitalize on that. Not sure why he hasn't tunneled away yet. There he goes. Alright, so right here. Here are the circumstances. Bard has no tunnel. Lucian has no ult. You guys are roughly still pretty healthy. Yasuo is split pushing. You guys need to make a decision between one of two things. 5-man the dragon, get it down, and try to force them into a 4v5, unfavorable 4v5 fight, or send one or two back and give up the dragon and answer Yasuo's split push. So it looks like Lissandra's trying to back right there. Orianna wants to be the one to go back.
They're doing dragon.
You guys lost vision of dragon. They're doing it out there.
Only one went back. What the fuck?
Alright, see, it looks like you guys tried to do both those things when you really need to commit to one of them. So the team fight's coming out. Both split pushers have joined the fight. Elise is going down. She's going to die to this Valkyrie. Cassandra got a pretty good ult off. Corki deleted. But I think you should have stayed closer to Jin there, especially because he's immobile. Assume that Lissandra and Elise, who both have escapes, can at least handle themselves and go even. Yeah, now you're alone and had to use the ult selfishly. Stick near Jin more that fight. That fight didn't go terribly. It was 3 for 3. 3 for 2, actually. No, 3 for 3. Okay. 3 for 4. Thanks, Silhouette. Take it easy. So yeah, this Aegis rush is still pretty questionable. You're rushing Locket, and they have 4 AD. I know Corki does magic damage, but this team has a lot of AD. Bard is the only pure AP on their team. You have a lot of deaths as Janna. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Janna is one of the safer supports to be playing. You have so much disengage. You have a get out of jail free ult. You should not have the most deaths on your team as Janna. I think it's because you're doing so much like risky exploration. I understand that you're trying to ward defensively, but you have to look where your whole team is. This is all of your damage, and they're on the other side of the map. You're lucky that it was just Bard that you just ran into. You guys don't have a lot. You guys have a lot of splotchy vision over here. It could have been all 4 of them that you just ran into. Just play it safe when you're warding. Make sure you're not alone. But it is good that you're setting up defensive wards. The general rule of thumb is that you ward defensively, which means warding your own jungle if you're behind, and ward offensively if you're ahead. So it is good that you're not, extending out to here to ward. You're warding you're keeping your wards closer to your chest, but ward way less risky. Ward safer. No vision on Baron. You guys are starting to freak out a little. Okay, here's the engage. Who is that? Is that Jin? Okay, that's Jin. You look like a really weird silhouette there in the Bard ult. Okay, so useless Bard ult. You guys are starting to look like you were starting to aggress. Take advantage of that. You guys have 5 ults to their 4 ults now. You should be looking for a fight. Not forcing a fight, but looking for one. Okay. Yasuo decides to come in 1v4. I'm hoping that you guys take advantage of this. Disengage Lucian and peel for Orianna. Throw the Q over there. Disrupt the Lucian ult and take advantage of the fact that Yasuo displaced himself into the middle of your team. Shaco with the assassination. You're going down. Okay, you get your ult off. at least. The flash right here, desperate, and I understand it, but try to at least fake him over here and then flash over the wall. I think that was your best course of action there, and the one with the highest rate of chance of survival. Like I said, straight flashing, it's called straight flashing. Flashing, like, in a straight line just for distance is usually not very good. You want to flash a skill shot, or you want to put a wall between yourself, ideally. Jin did not even flinch. Okay, Jin's gonna pick up some people here. Still got his heal on him. Shaco is seen here clearing a ward. 2v2. They should be able to hold this. Your bot is getting trashed. I'm guessing Shaco went down there to shove that in. Might have just gone back though. Yeah, he came down to push it. Grab a pink. If you're dealing with Shaco, always grab a pink. It's going to save you a lot of headaches if you just always have one in your pocket. That's another thing. If a team fight breaks out, like the Yasuo, I think I did see you place a pink there. If you did, that was good. If you didn't, shame on you. That's what I always do. When I'm against a Rengar or a Shaco, just drop your pink. Doesn't matter if you're standing in the middle of the lane, just drop it. Put it down. Could save your ADC. You did? Okay, that was yours. Good job. Alright. You guys are looking to 3v1 Yasuo. This is fine. You lined up for the ult, though. If he had taken that ult, would have been bad. It was bad regardless. Yeah, you guys needed to be playing a lot more defensively there. They have a pretty sizable lead on you at this point. Died with ult again. Just pull the trigger. Even if it wouldn't have saved you, it would have given you a shot. Alright, looks like they're closing out the game now. Death timers are super, super huge. The later the game goes on, man, it gets exponentially riskier. One death can mean the end of the game, and especially 3 deaths with open inhibitors. Okay, you guys just got collapsed off. So let's look at why the game ended. This isn't why you lost the game, but this is why the game ended. There are a lot of mistakes made throughout the game from a lot of players, but let's look at solely why they were able to close out the game. Let's look at from here on. So it looks like you guys are trying to get vision of the Baron. You're letting her explore out. She's your face tank right now. But all of a sudden, now you're the face tank. You can drop a pink on Baron, which is fine. Still, like I said, put them in the middle. But, alright. Your carries are farming mid. You guys are trying to collapse on a Yasuo. No vision over here. Bard is tailing you, which you know Bard isn't trying to 1v2 you. So it's safe to assume that he's bringing some friends back here. Right away, when you guys saw Bard and you still had an exit this way, you should have been taking it. By now, it's probably too late. You guys are getting closed in on hard. Yeah, there's his friends. He's bringing friends. You should be saying, let's wrap this up. They've got friends coming. They're not alone. I think the best time for you to alt probably would have been here. Bring yourself right here and alt and shove Yasuo that way and them this way. You don't want them together. You want to displace them. You're a displacement. You've got a displacement alt. Yeah, you're letting Yasuo get procs. You're letting Bard get close. Just pull the trigger. Throw him back. Definitely by now you should have ulted. Definitely by now you should have ulted. The ideal ult has passed, but definitely by now you should have even thrown out a fuck it ult. You know, anything. Yeah. Yep, okay, so that's how they're able to close the game. Your carries tried to respond, walk through the jungle, but by now it's a 4v2. Bard aggro flashes, doesn't get the stun he wants, but is able to exhaust Jhin. Yeah, especially because you have two immobile carries, and you're leaving them out to dry here. They weren't the ones that got collapsed on, but that was just, I mean, that's just good luck, honestly. That was fortunate that they weren't the ones to get deleted. You guys were. But you just didn't use all the tools you had at your disposal, man. You held on to your ult. Okay. So that's the game. You have any questions, Pichu? You did do some good things, and I hope I commended you for them enough because you did do some good things. Okay. You've been on tilt though. It happens. It happens, but don't use that as a crutch. You on tilt is still you, and you still gotta be in control and held responsible for your bad games. Yeah, 110 is that's not a good score for Janna, man. Can't be dying so much. My friend told me that if you have more than 3 deaths on Janna, no matter how long the game went on, you made a lot of mistakes. And at first I thought that was kind of harsh, but then I started playing Janna a lot, and I'm just like, man, you just have so many tools. As long as you're not vastly mispositioned or outgunned, you really shouldn't be dying more than 3 to 5 times. And especially because you have the most deaths on your team, I think you need to be analyzing like how safe you are when you're warding, sticking with the appropriate characters, stick to your carries, especially in those dragon fights. There was a dragon fight where you went with Elise and Lissandra, who actually won their fight, and it didn't really look like they won it because of you. It wasn't a sick Janna ult or the shields that kept them alive. They pretty much destroyed those carries. And then at the other side of the fight, your carries, Oriana and Jhin, were just getting totally decimated. And they could have really used you there. That's where you could have influenced the fight. Okay. Well, that's what I have to say, man. If you don't have any questions, I guess we're done, dude.